Hey VC, it's Glenn in South Texas with another video about what else? Record albums. And I wanted to throw a shout out to Cosmic Brian, Cosmic Vinyl Channel. This is for him. He's got a video out right now extolling the virtues of bubblegum rock. And this is kind of cool. I found this complete with stickers from what, about 1970? I thought that was pretty cool. I can't get rid of it just because of the stickers, man. I got to keep that. Anyway, he suggested that I show the rest of the great collection I bought right before Christmas. If some of you have seen my first video, you'll know that it had the whole 13th floor elevators originals in it. It had lots of great mo-fi, all kinds of cool stuff. And I wanted to show you a little kind of a best of the rest here of some of the other titles that were in this. Now there was a lot of you know, what you would call common stuff, a lot of stuff that's great for setting up and doing pop-ups, which is what I do. Sell a little bit online too, just kind of getting my feet wet into this record selling business. Actually, that's not exactly true. I've been collecting records my whole life, so if you've been a record collector, you've probably dabbled a little bit in selling, but I don't want to make this video too awful long. I'm going to do a flip video at the end of some of the rest of the albums in this collection, because 500 albums is a lot of records. But I'll show you some of the highlights here real quick. We've got the Zombies. This is an original pressing. And what's cool about this, aside from the music itself, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but it's a stereo copy that's pasted over a mono cover. I don't know if you can see that. So that was in there. We had some T-Rex. These are all originals. Most of this collection was late 60s through you know, the mid 80s basically. There's a little T-Rex for you. And we've all seen these. They did all sorts of different bands on that Historia de la Musica Rock. We've also got an original pressing of Unicorn. And how about Straubs? Burning for You. Eh? Striper. You must have Striper in your collection. Or maybe you don't. I don't know. I like Striper, okay? This is a little Christmas thing. It's Reason for the Season and Winter Wonderland. A little Striper Christmas action for you. We also had this band. You ever heard of these guys? I have yet to listen to this, but man, this is mid-80s. Got to be. And these guys were out of Dallas, Texas. Stoneheart and Living on the Edge. Let's take a look at that label. Private Press. There we go. All right, as we keep on moving. Rootin', Navasota. All right, on the ABC label. How about this one? This is Roger Glover and Guess. Butterfly and the Grasshopper's Feast. Another one that I need to listen to. You know, and what was cool about this collection, and another reason I bought it, aside from the obvious that, you know, it had all the Elevators records in it, was because it had a lot of stuff that I did not have. And when you're a collector, you know, you never run out of things that you don't have. I mean, it's a constant. You got to keep collecting. I can't remember who it was talking about, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do when I run out of space. You find more space. That's what you do when you run out of space for records. Kinks, there's volume 2. This is the Pie History of British Pop Music, volume 2 and volume 1. Nothing outstanding about that, but cool to have, right? Kinks Live, Live Kinks. An Orgy for Ears, live in concert. The Kinks. All right. How about this? Is this the Mothers on Discreet? Frank Zappa and the Mothers on Quadradisc. There you go. Very nice, very nice. Overnight Sensation. Had some ELP. This is actually a deluxe pressing, Japanese pressing on Manticore. Got a lot of cool stuff in it. Maybe I'll show that in another video, but we're trying to keep this one moving. There you go. There was, you know, kind of a mix. You know, he had some Japanese pressings, and what I discovered too is a lot of those Japanese pressings aren't necessarily high dollar, you know, just because, and that's something that maybe newer record collectors may want to take in mind, is that just because it's got the Obi strip doesn't mean it's, you know, worth $200. Just saying. Best of the Dave Clark 5. Okay, this is a gem import. Dude made a lot of notes, so I don't know what that was about. Keeping it moving. I've got Led Zeppelin 4. This is actually, you can tell that, I don't think that's water damage. I think that is pressing flaw. Bad glue kind of a deal. Anyway, on that label. Anyway, we had Led Zeppelin 4 and Houses of the Holy, some Ruddles. Okay. Alright. Little Freak Out, Mothers of Invention. This one's probably VG. This one's had the hell played out of it. Susie Cream Cheese. Alright. Queen 2. The whole Queen collection was included, but I don't see Queen 2 very often, so I thought I'd include it in this collection. That's first pressing. Then Play On from the Mighty Mac. This is the version that has what is it? Oh Well. Promo ELP. Pictures at an Exhibition. That is a white label promo. Don't see a lot of War. This had a few War. You had this one, The World is a Ghetto, and you had Deliver the Word. Both, and again, this guy's collection, some of the older 60s stuff that I could tell was his as a kid was not in as great a condition, but still pretty nice for stuff that was owned by a kid. You'll see some of that in the flip video coming up here at the end. Blues Magoos. Psychedelic Lollipop. Alright. Also basic Blues Magoos on that Mercury label. I've always liked that Mercury label. I must have heard some music that had that Mercury label when I was a kid, because I've always thought that was cool. I don't know. How about Strawberry Alarm Clock, Incense and Peppermints? What a fantastic album. If you're getting into psych and you don't have this one, you're missing out. You gotta get it. Uni label. First pressing. In beautiful condition, by the way. Small Faces. Great album. We also had Mahavishnu Orchestra and the Birds of Fire. This is great. I'll admit I'd never heard this. I like this, man. This will get you moving. Houston Hallucinations. I mentioned in the other video. By the way, again, video number 1, my first video, I show some of the real heavy hitters out of this collection. This has got all kinds of stuff. Unreleased material, 1966 to 68. Coastliners, Euphoria, The Iguanas, Spaced City on the Bayou. It's Bayou. I have a friend that was from Louisiana. He said, don't say Bayou. I said, well, Hank Williams says Bayou. He said, you're not Hank Williams. Okay, true that. Son of Spirit. Don't see that one very often. Not a high dollar record, but kind of cool. Same with this one. Spartacus Triumvirate. And this. No, it's not Metallica. No, it's Spinal Tap. I was like, what? Hey, but Spinal Tap is cool. Spinal Tap is cool. I'm not bagging on the tap. Some JoJo Gunn. Run, Run, Run. Dude's looking pretty badass right there. Ready to rock and roll. Good album. They didn't really go anywhere, but hey, they got a hit. And that's more than you got, and it's more than I got. What else? Oh, how about some Rory Gallagher? I love Rory Gallagher. Haven't listened to this one yet. I've got some live Rory Gallagher that is just face melting, man. Great stuff. Blueprint, title of this one. And finally, I thought this was kind of odd. If you wanted to have The Exorcist sound like it's right in the room in front of you, how about the master sound of Tubular Bells right there? Okay. And if you really want to increase that tenfold, well, then you would obviously need the picture disc of Tubular Bells. On that, I'm going to fade on in to the flip video with the most of the rest of the collection. Thanks for tuning in, VC. I'm Glenn in South Texas, and I'll catch you next time.